Students, in this session we are discussing about transmission of a random process through a linear time invariant filter. Let us see. Here, first of all, let us see what is an impulse response. You know that whenever we are giving an impulse as the input to a system, the corresponding response of that system is called impulse response. Here del of t is given as input to the system and the output is represented by h of t. So this h of t is called the impulse response corresponding to this impulse del of t. Okay. So first of all, suppose we are giving the input as x of t, where x of t is a random process. That is, we are giving a random process x of t as input to a linear time invariant filter, that is LTI filter. Linear time invariant filter means LTI filter, and that LTI filter is having the impulse response h of t. So it will produce, that filter, linear time invariant filter will produce an output that is a random process y of t. So we are giving an input x of t which is a random process, and output is a y of t which is a random process, and we will be given by the impulse response h of t of that linear time invariant filter. Okay. So in the case of, we know that we have studied about linear time invariant filter. That means linear time invariant system, you might have studied it. A system that is obeying the principles of linearity and superposition principle is called linear time invariant system. And in the case of an LTI system, you might have studied that the output is obtained by the convolution of input and impulse response. You may have studied in the last fifth semester about that. That is, the response of an LTI system is obtained by the convolution of input signal and impulse response. Okay, so we are utilizing that equation here. Here the output is random process. In the previous semester you have studied about the signals. Here we are taking it as a random process. So y of t is obtained by the convolution of input random process x of t and impulse response h of t. Okay. So we can write here, we will represent the output random process y of t in terms of the input random process x of t. So y of t is obtained by the convolution of x of t and h of t. So what is equation for convolution? You know that it will be given as the integral of minus infinity to plus infinity h of tau 1 into x of t minus tau 1 into d tau 1. That is the general equation for the convolution integral. Here tau 1 is the integration variable and t represents the random process variable. See, t means the particular time the random process is observed. Okay, that is the value of t. Okay, so that is the variable. And here the equation of y of t is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity h of tau 1 into x of t minus tau 1 into d tau 1. Tau 1 is nothing but it is a variable of integration. Okay. Here we are assuming that, first of all, our first consideration is that here we are assuming that x of t is stationary or wide sense stationary process, and we have studied about the stationary process in the previous class. Okay, so wide sense stationary means that a stationary process is said to be wide sense stationary if and only if it obeys two conditions, that is, its mean should be a constant and also its autocorrelation function depends upon the time difference. That is the two conditions for a stationary process to be wide sense stationary. What are the conditions? First condition is that mean should be constant for the observation time interval of t. And also next condition is that autocorrelation function is a function of time difference. Okay, so that you should remember. Okay, that is the two conditions. That two conditions we will check in the coming slides. Okay, And so here tau1 is the integration variable, and we can now for the Wide-Descent stationary process, here input is a Wide-Descent stationary process. We have to check whether the output is also Wide-Descent stationary process. For that, first of all, we have to find out the mean, then we have to find out the autocorrelation function, and we have to check whether the mean is constant or not, and also we have to check whether the autocorrelation function is the time function of time difference. Okay, so that we are going to check in the coming slides. So first of all, we can define mean and autocorrelation function of the output random process. That is our first step. So let us start with the mean. So you know that what is mean? Mean is represented by expectation of, suppose we are finding the mean of output random process y of t, then it is represented by mu y of t. And so that will be given by the equation expectation of y of t. So see, in the previous class we have studied that expectation of x of t random, suppose there is a random process x of t, then its mean value will be mu x of t, that will be equal to expectation of x of t, that we have studied in the previous video. So now we are calculating the mean of this output random process. So mu y of t is equal to expectation of y of t. So expectation of, instead of y of t, what is y of t? We know that y of t is the output of the LTI filter. So that output is given by this convolution integral. So instead of y of t, we can substitute this equation. So that will be equal to expectation of integral minus infinity to plus infinity h of tau 1 into x of t minus tau 1 into d tau 1. So that is simple substitution of y of t equation in this equation. So here next what can we do? See here, you know that expectation is a linear variable, so we can take this expectation inside the integral since it is linear function. So we can rewrite the above equation as mu y of t, which is the mean of y of t. That will be equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity h of tau 1, and we are taking the expectation value of this input random variable. Here actually it represents the shifted version of input random variable. Okay, so we are taking integral minus infinity to plus infinity h of tau 1 into expectation of x of t minus tau 1 into d tau 1, and here tau 1 is a variable of integration and t is the actual the time when we are observing this random process. Okay, so here we can write it, since expectation comes for x of t minus tau 1, we can rewrite it as expectation of this value will be become mu x of t minus tau 1, that is written in this next equation, that is integral minus infinity to plus infinity h of tau 1 is same. Next expectation of this quantity will become mu x of t minus tau 1, that is similar to this notation. Okay, so that will be the equation. Next, see, when the input random process x of t is stationary or wide-descent stationary, then we know that in the case of a wide-descent stationary process, mean will be a constant for a particular duration. So here we can say mu x of t equal to mu x for all t in the case of wide-descent stationary process. So here we are taking input as a stationary process. So let us see. Here we have this equation, that is mu y of t is equal to h of tau 1 into mu x of t minus tau 1. So we can substitute for mu x of t minus tau 1, instead of that value we can substitute as mu x. See, in the case of wide-descent stationary process, the mean will be a constant. So here mu x of t minus tau 1 will become a constant, so it will be independent of time. So we can write mu x of t equal to mu x. Similarly, we can substitute this value in the above equation. So we will get mu y equal to, instead of this quantity we can write mu x into, that is mu x is a constant, so it is taken outside of the integral, and then integral minus infinity to infinity, and the rest of the term is, what is the rest of the term? H of tau 1 is the rest of the term, so it is written inside the integral h of tau 1 into d tau 1. So this is the quantity that is obtained in the case of wide-descent stationary process. Okay, so here we can utilize an important relation. For that, you know that h of t is impulse response. Okay, so if we are taking it in the frequency domain, we are taking it as a Fourier transform of h of t impulse response, that is represented by h of f. from time domain to frequency domain, we are notating it as h of t will be changed into h of f, and this represents a Fourier transform of the impulse response. So that is obtained by the equation integral minus infinity to plus infinity h of t into e raised to minus j 2 pi f t into dt. So this is the equation for Fourier transform. So that you might have studied in the signals and system classes. So just to go through that equation, and we need only this equation, that is why I am written here. I have written this here. Okay. So h of f is this equation. Next, if you are putting f equal to 0, what will happen to this equation? Whenever f equal to 0, this will become h of 0. Okay. Next, here f is in here. So here also we are putting 0. So it will become e raised to minus 0. What is the value of e raised to minus 0? You know, e raised to minus 0 is 1. So it will become integral minus infinity to plus infinity h of t into e raised to minus 0 into dt, and this will be equal to 1. So we can write h of 0 equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity h of t into dt. Similarly, if you are varying the variable of integration from t to tau, then it will become integral minus infinity to plus infinity h of tau into d tau. So for any variable of integration, this quantity, that is h of tau into d tau, integral of this quantity will become h of 0. So we can substitute this value here. So you will get mu y equal to mu x into h of 0. So that is an important relation whenever we are putting f equal to 0, or when we are taking the Fourier transform or frequency domain representation of impulse response, we will get mu y equal to mu x into h of 0. See, you can see h of 0 is also a constant value because it is a function of tau, and here we are discussing about random variables which are random process which are functions of t. Now here the variable is tau, so we can say that this equation here h of mu y equal to mu x in h of 0, which is a constant value. Okay. So here h of 0, how will you get h of 0? By putting f equal to 0. That means frequency equal to 0. What is the meaning of frequency equal to 0? Whenever frequency equal to 0 means it represents DC. So we can say this h of 0 is a DC frequency response or DC response of the system. So now we have mu y equal to mu x in h of 0. So what is our conclusion is that random process y of t at the output of a linear time invariant system for an input wide sense stationary random process x of t is equal to the mean of x of t multiplied by the DC response of the system, and that quantity will be a constant. So first of all, from the equation mu y equal to mu x in h of 0, we can make a conclusion that in the case of an input random process x of t, the output of the random process is y of t, and the y of t will be obtained, the mean of the y of t will be obtained by the product of mean of the input random variable with h of 0. Okay. So that is given here, random process y of t at the output of a linear time invariant system for an input wide sense stationary random process x of t is equal to the mean x of t multiplied by the DC response of the system and is a constant. So this is important thing, that is why I written it in the red ink. Okay. So that you should remember. So first condition is satisfied. That means whenever we are giving a wide sense stationary random process x of t as the input to an LTI filter, then the output will be a wide sense stationary random process. The complete condition is not satisfied because the first condition is mean equal to constant. That condition is satisfied. Next we have to check for the autocorrelation function for the same random process. So we can define the autocorrelation function first, then we can check for the wide sense stationarity. Okay. So we can define the autocorrelation function of the output random process y of t as, what is the autocorrelation function? Remember the equation for the autocorrelation function. So autocorrelation function of a random process y of t, we are observing the y of t at different times t and u. So we can write r y of t comma u is equal to expectation of y of t and y of u, where t and u denotes the two values of the time at which the output process is observed. Okay, see, we are taking a random process and we are observing that random process at a particular 2 times, that is at time t equal to t and t equal to u. So at that particular times we are taking the product of that random variable and then we are taking the expected value, so that will give you the autocorrelation function. Okay, so here we can represent y of t and y of u by the convolution integral. See, we have the output y of t equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity h of tau 1 into x of t minus tau 1 into d tau 1. So this is the basic equation for an LTI system output. So here we have in the autocorrelation function we have y of t and y of u. So we will substitute for y of t by this equation. Similarly, we will substitute for y of u in the same with the same equation. Okay, here the time is different, one is t, other is u. So we can write ry of t comma u equal to, expectation is the same, and instead of y of t, what we can write this quantity. Okay, so that will be equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity h of tau 1 into x of t minus tau 1 into d tau 1. Similarly, instead of y of u, how can you write? Instead of y of u, you have to write like this. Okay, impulse and input random process. So impulse is h of tau 2 and input is x of, here the variable is u, so the input will be x of u minus tau 2 into d tau 2. So this is the integral value. Now we will rearrange this integration and also we will take the expectation to inside of this integral. So for that we are considering two conditions, that suppose mean square value is, that is, what is mean square value? Expectation of x square of t, that is finite for all t and the system is stable. So we can interchange the order of expectation and integration with respect to tau 1 and tau 2. Here I have written t1 and t2 because it is not possible to write it tau. Actually it is the variable tau 1 and tau 2. Okay, you should write in your notebook as tau 1 and tau 2, not t1 and t2. Okay, since I am typing it from my mobile, there is no symbols corresponding to tau, that is why I used t1. Okay, so you have to write tau 1. Okay, therefore above equation, see, this is our equation and we can rearrange this equation by changing the integral values. So that value will become ry of t comma u equal to, actually first equation is this one, expectation of integral minus infinity to infinity h of tau 1 x of t minus tau 1 into d tau 1, integral minus infinity to plus infinity h of tau 2 x of u minus tau 2 into d tau 2. Here first of all we will take the expectation to inside bracket. So expectation will come for these quantities. So we can rearrange the equation as integral minus infinity to plus infinity. Here the variable is h of tau 1 into d tau 1 and here the integration variable is h of tau 2 and d tau 2. So integral minus infinity to plus infinity d tau 2 and h of t2, and expectation come for the product of x of t minus tau 1 and x of u minus tau 2. So we can write the expectation like this, and here you can see that. And what is this one? You know that in the case of wide and stationary process, autocorrelation function is the time difference. So here what are the times? The time is t minus tau 1 and other time is u minus tau 2. So what is the time difference? Time difference is obtained by this equation, that is t minus tau 1 minus u minus tau 2. So it will become t minus u minus t1 plus t2, and here we are writing like this. So the above equation can be written as integral of minus infinity to plus infinity d tau 1 into h of t1, integral minus infinity to plus infinity d tau 2 h of t2, and instead of expectation of product of these two values will become r x of t minus tau 1 comma u minus tau 2. When the input x of t is a stationary random process, the autocorrelation function of x of t is only the function of the difference between the observation times, that is t minus tau 1 and t minus tau 2. So that value will become t minus u minus t1 plus t2. So we can write the autocorrelation function equation as ry of tau equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity, integral minus infinity to plus infinity, h of tau 1, h of tau 2, rx of, this is the subtraction values, that is tau minus tau 1 plus tau 2 d tau 1 d tau 2. So we can say when the input to the stable LTI filter is a wide-sense stationary process, then the output is also a wide-sense stationary stationary process. Okay, so the main condition for the wide-sense stationary process is, first one is mean should be constant, second one is autocorrelation function is the function of time difference. So here both the conditions are satisfied. First we have checked about the mean value we obtained, it is a constant value. Next we have checked for the autocorrelation function. Here you can see autocorrelation function is the function of a time difference. You have checked the time difference, that is time difference is t minus u minus tau 1 plus tau 2, and here you are putting t minus u equal to tau. So instead of ry of t comma u, you can write ry of t minus u, that will be equal to ry of tau, t minus u equal to tau, so ry of tau. So we can write ry of tau equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity, integral minus infinity to plus infinity, h of tau 1, h of tau 2, rx of tau minus tau 1 plus tau 2 into d tau 1 into d tau 2. So this is our equation. So we can say when the input to a stable LTI filter is a wide-sense stationary process, then the output is also a wide-sense stationary process. Suppose in the above equation, suppose this is our equation. Here when both the times are equal, that means t equal to u, what will happen? It will become, whenever t equal to u, what will happen? T minus u will become 0. So we can write, instead of ry of t comma u, we can write ry of 0. So ry of 0 will be equal to, we have the equation for autocorrelation when t1 equal to t2 equal to t1 equal to t2, then ry of 0 will become expectation of y square of t. What is its meaning? Whenever tau equal to 0, that means we are taking the random variable at the same time. So that means here actually the equation was expectation of y of t into y of u. See here, ry of t comma u is equal to expectation of y of t into y of u, and whenever t equal to u, we will get y of t into, instead of y of u, we can write y of t. So that will become expectation of y square of t, that is written here. Okay, so ry of 0 equal to expectation of y square of t. So expectation of y square of t, we can write integral minus infinity to plus infinity, integral minus infinity to plus infinity, h of tau 1 into h of tau 2 into rx of tau 2 minus tau 1 into d tau 1 into d2. Here you can see that it is a constant value. Actually the variable is t. Here there is no variable such that there is no variable like that, because here the variable tau 1 and tau 2 are variable of integration. So which means mean square value of the output process y of t is a constant. If the input to a stable LTI system is a wide-sense stationary random process, then the output of the system is also a wide-sense stationary random process. So that is the thing. So in the case of a linear time invariant filter, when we are transmitting a random process through that filter, then the output will also be a wide-sense stationary random process. Okay, so for checking that, we are taking the mean and autocorrelation function, and we have to prove that all this mean and autocorrelation function are constant, means it is not changing with respect to time. So this is all about this topic. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.